It all started, of course, after the flood of 2008, and we really need to rethink our relationship with the Iowa River.
Among the many areas impacted by the historic flood was the south part of town, now known as the Riverfront Crossings district. Included among the area's most devastating losses was the city's wastewater treatment plant. Like many areas along the Iowa River, it was evident that changes needed to be made.
It was an opportunity for us to, after a major disaster, to look again at this area and see what it could become in the future.
Even prior to the flood, the city had begun plans to extend downtown south of Burlington Street. After the waters had receded, the idea behind the redevelopment began with repurposing that city land into a wetland park. Grants at both the state and federal level helped fund studies and collect feedback.
We've heard from people over and over is they want to be able to get to the water's edge. This park will provide it in two ways, both at Ralston Creek and eventually the Iowa River.
The plans for that park will soon become a reality, with Phase 1 of construction set to begin at the end of the summer. A big push to make the area more walkable and bike-friendly also had a big impact on the park.
Phase 1 includes trail connections that will allow access through the park through paved trails, the wetlands area, and then some new connections to the east side, which is redeveloping.
And the excitement of the park has helped spur development around the area.
And I think the planning for the new Riverfront Park has been really a catalyst for a lot of things happening that are new in that south part of Iowa City.
That includes the recently opened Big Grove Brewery, which I got a chance to tour during the late stages of construction.
Been seeing what Iowa City is going to be doing with the area, with the bike trails and everything that are going to be coming over here. So really kind of made it the perfect spot. We can get down on the ground floor before everything changes and hopefully bring some more people down here.
As many of you know, Big Grove's original home is 15 miles north in Solon, but Danny and the other investors see something special in the Riverfront Crossings district.
This is kind of the part of town that needs it right now. Iowa City is growing, and I think that we're really developing as a community with wanting more things I think that we're going to be bringing here.
The brewery was built in an existing building on South Gilbert Street, which provides a ton of space to expand its brewing capacity.
What we were able to do in Solon was, last year was about 1,200 barrels. This will have the capability of doing about 10,000.
Stanley says they don't see the lack of parking as a big problem and are encouraging customers to come on foot and bike to spend time outdoors.
We're gonna have a kids' play area out back. Once the lawn goes in, really inviting people to throw down a blanket and just relax. Throw the Frisbee around. Our patio and the lawn is all gonna be dog friendly.
And the interest extends beyond the brewery.
The location's always intrigued me.
Randy Miller, a local developer, says he has been watching the Riverfront Crossings area for years now.
And I became much more involved when the city started the demolition of the wastewater, and I knew actually something was going to happen with the park.
On the south side of the brewery, demolition will soon begin on the former Pleasant Valley Garden Center. In its place will be what is called a mixed-use building, with commercial space on the bottom and apartments on the top 2 floors. Again, it's the development of the park that sold Miller and his partners.
So when we're looking at building the neighborhood and drawing people to this, we want an area that has amenities, and what better amenity than a large park.
On the north side of the brewery, the plan is to develop 4 apartment buildings in the next 5 years, with construction beginning in 2018. These types of projects were made possible through the city's form-based code, which was developed over the course of several years of public meetings and community feedback.
That has really resulted in a lot of new development projects that are going on right now. You can see a lot of cranes in Riverfront Crossings right now, a lot of new buildings going up, some buildings that have already been built.
A big idea behind the code was to provide a variety of development in the area.
2 new hotels going up, Class A office building in Riverfront Crossings. Over 1,000 apartments are either have been constructed or in the planning stages in Riverfront Crossings, and we expect even more than that in the future.
It's an idea that has been discussed for years by city leaders, providing an extension of the downtown area south of Burlington Street. And while it's still in the early stages of development, it is evident that builders see the same future of the Riverfront Crossings district.
We're hoping to have a very walkable, livable neighborhood that's close to where people work and where people shop downtown.